So is anybody here? And if you're here, do you have any wins that you want to celebrate? My win is the fact that, hey, I'm here a day early and all, but I'm here. So that's a win for me. What about you guys? Cool. Well, that works for me too. So, all right. Well, we'll just go ahead and get right on into it. Again, I'm a day early. So, hey, probably not many people are going to show up, but that's okay. You guys can catch the replay. So, alrighty. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And this is really just for the folks who maybe aren't the most tech savvy or who have like never made a vision board before. I just kind of want to show you guys or give you some really quick tips and pointers as we're about halfway through the week right now. So most of you guys should hopefully, fingers crossed, have your goals already like churning and maybe even fingers crossed written down, maybe. But if not, that's okay. We still got time and there's absolutely no rush. Take as much time as you need to because these are your goals. It's about your life and, getting your stuff on track. So, okay, so real quick. So 5 tips to selecting photos. We want to be intentional. So don't just go on the internet and pick random photos. If you're going to use magazines, same things. Okay. If you want a nice specific car, like me personally, I wanted a BMW. I got the exact one I wanted. I had to search everywhere for it, but that's the point. You have to be intentional. So make sure you're picking photos that are specific, which kind of goes to the next thing. So you want to be intentional. So, hey, you want a car, and then you also want to be specific. What kind of car do you want? Mainly, this is because it's going to give you that emotional excitement. You're not going to be as excited about getting a regular white SUV as you would about getting the SUV of your dreams, right? Like you're just not going to have the same excitement level for it. And the excitement or the emotions is what's going to help you to really get these goals accomplished. So also make sure you get personal. So that kind of goes to the same thing about the excitement part of it. If you're not getting those juices flowing, if you don't have a personal connection as to why you want to make sure that this goal happens, it may not happen. So make sure that you get personal. What is your personal reason for wanting to make this happen? And then be inspired. So, as you're looking around at these photos, maybe you start off looking at this right here, and maybe somewhere along the line you say, oh, you know what, I really like something else. So it's okay to change your mind. That's part of the process. There's no like concrete answer here. Most important thing here is to really have fun. Most people aren't going to be in a bad mood when they're thinking about their hopes and their dreams. So as long as you're having fun and you're picking things that really light you up, that is really going to accomplish the purpose of this. And it really is just to kind of light you up a little bit. All right, so moving on real quick for those of you who maybe aren't on the internet that much, which I don't know, is that anybody nowadays? But here's some quick, easy places you can go on the internet. You can do Google Images. So I'm a visual person. I don't learn anything unless I see it. Like you can talk all day, but if I don't see it, I'm not going to learn it. So with that in mind, let me go ahead and pull this thing over here so you guys can see it. Okay, there we go. All right, so right here, so Pinterest, this is a website, and it literally is just a visual representation of things. So let's say that like you don't have a computer, you don't have access to a printer, or you don't want to use the options I'm about to show you here in a couple of minutes. Hop on Pinterest, create a free account for yourself, and you can create your own virtual vision board. So let me just see real quick if I have my stuff connected here. And if I do, then I can just kind of give you guys a little view in case you haven't ever heard of Pinterest. I don't want to spend a lot of time here, but just to give you an idea. So this is Pinterest on the inside. So let's just say you're trying to create a vision board, which we are. You go over here to maybe vision board ideas, something really simple, and now you can start to see, oh, these are all kinds of things. So let's just say maybe one of your ideas is to be able to work from home, or to be able to work from a remote location. So maybe you decide that you're going to save this picture. So you literally just go up here and you save, it would save to its own special board, and that's it. And you can build your vision board exactly like that. You don't have to have a printed one. This is probably the quickest and the easiest way to make a vision board. It's not necessarily my top recommended one. It is definitely top recommended for images, but it's really, you're not going to go back to it that often if you're doing it digital. The purpose of printing it is so that you can see it in front of you. So just keep that in mind. If you do use Pinterest, maybe save a copy of it to your phone or something like that so that you can view it you know, a little bit more often. So another place to find images, I know most of us are like, oh, I want to, move into my dream house. It is literally the American dream. This is the definition of the American dream. So if you're not finding what you need on Pinterest, maybe come over here, put a zip code in, find the house you want. Like, so let's say, Los Angeles, that's a pretty blanky zip code. We want for sale. And then you could just kind of look through the houses, change the budgets and see, see what they got. And if you come across a house that you're like, oh my God, that's like the house, like, when I'm ready to move, that's the house I want to live in. That's the picture you pick. Now keep in mind attainability. We talked about that the other day. So, if it's not currently within your, attainability, like me personally, this is not attainable for me. This wouldn't, or at least not right now. This wouldn't be the house that I put on my vision board. So just something to consider. So, and then you can also go to Google Images. There's a little black bar that's popping up here, but I just want to show you real quick. So you can also go to Google Images. So images.google.com. And you could type in the word house or something like that. And you could do it just like this. So again, picking the house that like you want. Oh yeah, Matt, see, yeah, I'm totally the same way. I swear, if it's not like in my face, like if I can't see you doing the example, I'm not going to learn. So hopefully this learning style works for you. So like, let's say this is like the house you want, you just right click, or if you're on your phone, you just press and hold real hard. It's going to pop up, save image. You just save a copy of it. Then once you get ready, you're going to email yourself all of your images. So you would just either attach or you're going to paste your images. So let's say this is the one. So I'm copying this image. I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to paste this straight over here into my email. Now, if you're on your phone, you just want to, instead of right clicking, you just have to press and hold. And then after you press and hold for 1 or 2 seconds, this same little box is going to pop up for you. You put all of your pictures in here that you want, and then you decide exactly how you want to print it. So where's my little thing? So there's several different ways you can print. Like I said, you can choose to not print. You could just do totally digital. You could do with Pinterest. You could go to your local library. A lot of times the library is going to do prints for you the cheapest. So I would definitely suggest the local library, if we want to make sure that we are doing it in a budget friendly way. But FedEx, UPS, office supply stores, for the most part, unless you're printing out like hundreds of images, which you don't need that many for your board, you're probably only going to be spending about $4 or $5 at most on printing these out. So you just want to email a copy of it to yourself of all of your pictures, pick the place that you want to go to that place. Most of them are going to have a special email address. They'll tell you that. You'll put it in your phone, forward that over to them. If you don't even know how to do that, they'll do it for you. Just tell them, hey, look, these are the photos. I need you to print them. And then they'll take care of you, and then you'll be set up and ready to go for making your vision board. So that's this week, super fast, super simple. But I just kind of wanted to make sure I gave you guys a visual aid so that you would have something to kind of to go on as you go about your week. So I hope everybody has at least something they can, celebrate your wins, and I will see you guys on Saturday. So until then, stay safe and go out there and be great.